Recent research by the World Bank indicates that sub-Saharan African countries are facing high risk of drought and famine due to climate change and human activities. Nigeria is one of the sub-Saharan countries. It is blessed with vast arable land. However, farming in the country is being viewed as a career for the old and the aged, and not for the younger generations. As a result of this, amongst other reasons, Nigeria is faced with major challenges to produce enough food to feed its growing population. All this is, however, changing in Ogun State, as the present administration of Senator Ibikunle Amosun is committing time and resources to agriculture in line with its 5-point program.
Agriculture, if well nurtured, if well managed, of course it can give us the much needed revenue that we needed, of course, to help in other areas. Don't forget that largely in Ogun State we are blessed. Of course, you can even qualify us to be one of those agrarian states. We have the land. In fact, virtually almost everything grows in Ogun State. Of course, in the area of cassava, in the area of cocoa, in the area of rice, even in so many other areas. So, of course, look at our palm. Of course, you know that that is another area where we can do well.
Ogun State is blessed with a lot of arable land which produces food such as rice, maize, cassava, yam and banana, amongst many others. The main cash crops include cocoa, kola nut, rubber, palm oil and palm kernels. Ogun State is one of the largest producers of kola nuts in the country. Modernized farming like fish farming and poultry is not being left behind, as the state government is ensuring that every one of its natural resources is duly managed. The renovation of fish farms across the 3 senatorial districts is a clear indication of this. In addition, the state government recently organized a seminar for the youths with the aim of enlightening attendees on the benefits of investing in agriculture. With today's youths being tomorrow's leaders, this is seen as a step in the right direction. This is also geared towards providing a conducive environment for the youths to engage in agriculture. All these are being carried out under the State Ministry of Agriculture. The ministry has been encouraging farmers through various schemes geared towards boosting agriculture. From providing cocoa seedlings at subsidized rates to farmers, the state has also improved agriculture in the following areas: provision of 1 billion naira commercial agricultural credit scheme for distribution to prospective farmers to improve agricultural production in the state. Provision of 40 cargo tricycles called Ogun Meat Van for distribution of fresh meat to various markets across the state. Purchase of fishing inputs to the tune of 4 million naira for fisher folks. Training of 200 fish farmers who were issued with certificates in line with the 1999 Fisheries Edict of the state. And rehabilitation of state-owned fish farms located at Odeda, Ilaro and Ikene to further boost fish production in the state, amongst others. To ensure that the federal government's 1 billion naira loan is monitored properly, the Ministry of Agriculture in Ogun State took steps to ensure that the monies get to the right hands.
In the past, our farmers regard any form of loan as a kind of national cake. But this time around, we thought they should make use of the loan for what it is intended. So what we did was that after collecting the form, we set up a panel committee made up of AFAN, that's Association of Farmers of Nigeria, ministry officials, and also Osamka. And the group went round. After completing the form, we requested for some data from the farmers. Then after supplying the data and complete, then we move around to all the locations, to all their farms, to ensure that they are really authentic farmers. Then after doing that, we came back, we interviewed them, Then after interviewing them, then we told them to bring guarantors. They brought 2 guarantors, and also each association, each commodity group also sponsored their members.
All these efforts are geared towards recovering the loans and then revolving them for other farmers. At present, about 105 million naira has been disbursed to over 1,000 farmers in the first phase.
Ìdí tí wọ́n ṣe fún Ogun State lówó mọ́ ni pé táwọn bá ti gbowó yẹn ó ṣe náà máa ná jẹ àmọ́ ṣá owó ilé yìí ó ṣe ná jẹ o a ti pín 105 million nínú 1 billion a tún máa tún kọ list a béèrè pé níbo lóko ẹ wà kí ló fẹ́ fi ṣe nígbà wo ni báyìí tá a bá ṣe gbogbo ètò yìí níṣẹ́ náà tún máa gbowó ó máa lọ àfẹ́kówó yẹn lọ òun la fi ń fi ètò sí lágbára ló wà àwa náà mọ̀ wípé ká tètè ṣe kó tó di pé ẹ tún máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ ìgbà oko míì.
In the area of seedlings, about 50,000 cocoa seedlings were raised this year by the ministry and sold to the farmers at subsidized rates. The next crop of this kind of program is moringa and palm oil seedlings. It is really an all-time high for farmers in Ogun State. Taking note of their challenges, the administration signed a memorandum of understanding with 2 companies to supply some equipment for the ministry. This equipment has been delivered. They include 4 bulldozers, 30 tractors, 33 plows, 15 arrows, 2 slashers, and 2 planters. All these are to help farmers in clearing their fields and to switch from manual farm labor to a mechanized system of farming. The state also plans to embark on large-scale rice production.
Our plan is to massively open land for the farmers. The major problem we have now is land clearing. And what we really want to do is that with all this equipment, we want to massively open land for farmers. By the time you open the land for them, that is by the time you clear the land for them, then each farmer will be able to increase his farm size.
As the size of the farms increase, so also does the quantity of their produce. The state is also planning to lease out tractors at single-digit interest loans from banks and is partnering with private companies to source market outlets for the farmers.
I'm happy to report to you that our cassava farmers, we are now interfacing with them, we are encouraging them, we are getting them new tools, new implements, new way of doing things, and I'm sure we'll begin to see the result of this. Agriculture is such that it has some, gestation period. Of course, the planting, the period which within will continue to grow, and of course, the period which we harvest. So I'm sure within the next few months, we'll begin to reap the benefits of those initiatives that we have started in the area of agriculture.
The Ogun State Ministry of Agriculture has also embarked on the construction of 50 farmhouses called Model Farm Estates in the 3 senatorial districts of the state. It started with Ogun in Ogun Central. Work is ongoing at the site. When completed, the farm settlements will be handed over to graduates in the agricultural fields to manage. Each house comes with a poultry pen, a fish tank, as well as arable farmland.
When you are talking about the farm settlement, about the model farm estate, we have provision for 50 settlers. Each settler is expected to have a house, and the house is located on 1 acre plot of land, that is, and on that 1 acre plot of land is expected to have a fish tank, 2 fish tanks behind the house. And apart from the 2 fish tanks, is expected to have a poultry pen containing 250 pets. And the fish tank will accommodate about 500 fingerlings. So, and apart from that, the remaining land, they are expected to raise whatever they want to raise.
The impact of the Livestock Department under the Ministry of Agriculture is also being felt by the people. The department is saddled with the responsibility of providing livestock for the citizens and farmers at subsidized rates. This it has been doing by raising young chicks called pullets to be sold to farmers. Also, considering the demand at the end of the year for some livestock, the department began raising 500 turkeys since July in a deliberate effort to target the Christmas and New Year. The senior livestock officer at the farm speaks on the health benefits of the turkeys.
When people are well informed about turkey production, they will really appreciate what the government has been doing. Because, as I said earlier on, the fat content is very, very low. And that makes it more healthy. It makes it healthier for people to consume. And also, anybody that purchases the live turkey will have access to every part of the turkey. Not just a part of it, for instance, the wings only or the laps only, but you have access to everything, including the gizzard, the liver, and every other thing. And government doing this, producing turkey and selling, normally it's been sold at subsidized rate because you can't find turkey sold at this and being sold at the price we normally sell them. It's always at subsidized rates. So those that value, that know the worth of turkey, live turkeys, usually patronize us. And most times we're not able to meet the demand. The demand is really more than the supply.
These kinds of farms are located in the 3 senatorial districts of the state, and the turkeys are being taken care of with feed produced at the newly renovated Kotoko feed mills in the state. As such, a lot of cost is saved, and patronage has significantly increased for the feed mill. With more pens like these, the department can produce more livestock for the citizens. World Food Day is commemorated on the 16th of October every year. The 2012 edition in Ogun State had the theme Agricultural Cooperatives, Key to Feeding the World. The immediate past Commissioner for Agriculture, Engineer Ayo Olubori, who has now moved to the Ministry of Forestry, spoke on the significance of World Food Day and the commitment of the administration in the agricultural sector. The event provided the opportunity for an exhibition for food and cash crops in the state. It is said that the youths of today are the leaders of tomorrow. As such, no investment in the youths is a wasted effort. In Ogun State, the youths have been benefiting from various projects and programs of the present administration, including emergent health training, etc. This may not be unconnected with the belief of the state government that in building the youths, it is, by extension, building the nation. To mark the 2012 African Youth Day, the State Ministry of Youth and Sports, in collaboration with the Ogun State Youth Council, organized a workshop for youths drawn from the 3 senatorial districts of the state on the 1st of November 2012. The main focus of the training was to expose the youths to the benefits derivable from agriculture and the opportunities the state government is providing them.
We have a series of programs in the state today, preparing the youths for agricultural development. You see, already we have farm settlements where youths can really come, seek for land, where the government will support them, both financially and give them implements, until they are able to recoup all those funds given to them. So all these are ways of assisting them. Besides that, if some of them have good home, they have financial support, government is ready to partner with them, give them land as well, and assist them.
One of the papers presented highlighted how agriculture can help eradicate poverty and how the government can help the youths in the agricultural sector.
Now, you can discover one thing. Some youth has not discovered that being a farmer, you can earn a living without stress. Another thing is financial support by the government with lower interest, not less than 1 digit. I know Nigerian youth are not lazy youths. By the time the government will give you an incentive or loan to take up agriculture with less than 1 digit, many of you will perform wonders.
The presenter also encouraged the youths to tap into the benefits of agriculture.
Use your better life to serve yourself. Between the ages of 25 to 50, try to be an employer, not employee. And the only thing that you can do that will make you to be self-reliant is to go into agriculture. No NAFDAC will portray you. No politician will portray. Let me tell you, I recognize all our leaders, including the governor. But mind you, if God has not retired me, nobody can sack me from my farm.
There was a forum for questions and answers.
Possible for someone who wants to hear fingerling or fish generally to use tap water. You know tap water contains some chemicals. Won't the chemical affect the fish?
How can the government or even your organization assist the youth? Because most of our youth are not ready to farm. Maybe because of the lack of their awareness or even assistance, let's say financially.
Answers were proffered.
1 kilo or 1.5 is okay for you, and which is 1,000 per kilo. Buy 1 female and 1 male. Buy Artemia, 1 thing, which is 4,000. Buy Overpril, which is 5,000. Do you get it now? Get a small place, even not concrete tank. Not even concrete tank, even you can use a bowl. So by the time I'm talking about 20,000, I know what I'm talking about. 20,000 is more than enough for you to start fingerlings production. And if you are lucky, and you know what you are doing, and you have been trained, with that 20,000, and I want to assure you, the only business in Nigeria of today that you can make a profit of 50% and above is only in aquaculture.
At the end of the forum, it was obvious that the youths realized that agriculture is not just for the aged, but for the youths also. What this present administration is doing is to engage youths in mechanized farming and make farming so attractive that